Guys, it's that time of year. We're talking about my top 10s, and we're going to start off with top 10 most anticipated movies of 2024. I have filmed this video twice, and both times something's gone wrong. So you're probably going to get a more short, condensed version because I'm tired of talking about the same things. Without wasting any more time, let's just hop into it. All right, guys. So like I said, this is top 10, but keep in mind how many how many movies I watch a year, how many movies come out a year, so just because it's at number 10 on the list does not mean I'm not hype. What? What? Number 10? Yeah, number 10 out of like all like 40 or 50 movies I'm gonna watch next year. Like, come on, be real. So, we're gonna start off at number 10, Joker 2. I know it has an official title. I don't speak French. I don't know how to pronounce it. Until I've heard it pronounced, I'm not going to try and butcher it. You know what I'm saying? So we're calling it Joker 2. The reason it's number 10 is because I didn't think Joker needed a sequel. I like Joker a lot. I think it's one of the better DC movies in the past like 5 years or whatever. I just didn't think it needed a sequel. And then they announced it's getting a sequel. And I was like, really? And then they're like, hey, guess what? It's also a musical. And I was like, really? Huh. So, I like musicals also. So, I mean, it's a superhero-related film. It's a musical. You should probably be excited for it. Maybe. I just don't know. It is the same director, though. And, I mean, Joaquin Phoenix is back. So, with that, I trust him. I've never seen Lady Gaga in anything, so this will be my introduction to her as an actor. So, that I am looking forward to a little bit. Number nine, however you want to do it. It's a recent one because a couple weeks ago, this wouldn't have been on my list at all. But the trailer came out for If. John Krasinski is directing it. Ryan Reynolds is the star. And it's about a little girl who can see imaginary friends. And I've heard some people say it's just ripping off that Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, but I never saw that growing up, so I wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I thought it looked really original, and then I heard everyone saying all that. I was like, oh, well, maybe it's not. I don't know. But it just looks like super fun to me. And I saw in an interview, it was either John or Ryan saying that like one of their aims for this was to make like a live action Pixar movie, where it's like it has like the emotion and like the weight of a Pixar movie, but it's live action. And I was like, that sounds awesome. And the cast is stacked. Just go check the cast list out. Number 8, A Quiet Place, Day One. So it's like a prequel. I mean, we saw some of Day One in the sequel. And Quiet Place is honestly a franchise I didn't want milked. It was like 1, that was enough. And then it's like they made 2. It was also great. So I have faith that this will be good, and I think Day One has a lot of potential there because, like I said, we've seen some of that, and it was really cool. And I don't know how involved John Krasinski is. He's probably like a producer or something, but I kind of just trust that he's like overseeing everything, and that it'll be good. Number 7, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. This is the sequel to Ghostbusters Afterlife, which I loved. I've seen that movie like 4 times. It's great. It's fun. It's got good visual effects for the most part. And this one is even bringing back the original cast in like a bigger part, more significant part, I believe. So that's exciting. And like you said, you got McKenna Grace, Finn Wolfhard, Paul Rudd all returning. And then you got like Kumail Nanjiani joining, Patton Oswalt joining. I just think it's going to be a super fun time. New York on ice. I don't understand the ice thing. Like what a ghost has to do with ice. I mean, I remember when Danny Phantom would get close to a ghost, he'd be like, But other than that, I don't understand. That's why I got to watch the movie and find out. Number 6 is an original movie that's like not tied to anything. And I guess If and this are the only movies on my list that aren't tied to anything. But Fall Guy, Ryan Gosling, Emily Blunt, the director of Bullet Train. Like, how is that supposed to fail? It looks so good. Like, I saw the trailer. I had not heard of it. And I saw the trailer and I was like, whoa, that looks awesome. I've watched that trailer, not gonna lie to you, like 5 or 6 times. Like, I'll just like think about it and I'll just go watch that trailer because it just looks like such a good time and I'm so excited. Absolutely. Top 5, here we go. Number 5, Dune Part 2. I love Dune, the first one. It's visually stunning. Great action, great acting, and such huge world building. So I'm just really excited to see it all pay off in number 2. It's another movie I don't think that it being part 1 hurt it. I know it did for some people, but it didn't for me. And now in the sequel, like Florence Pugh's gonna be in the sequel, Austin Butler, I think Anthony Hopkins even maybe. It's gonna be huge. I only watched the first trailer. I haven't seen the trailer since. So super excited. I can't wait. On to number 4, Deadpool 3. The Deadpool franchise is honestly like, I know people like love it. I don't love it, to be honest with you. The first one I actually found really mid, to be honest with you. The second one I liked a lot better, but my favorite is the Christmas one, the PG-13 version. I mean, it is what it is, but I thought it was funnier than the other ones, just because the way that like, they would cut off, or like they'd have to make jokes about how raunchy or how gory it was. You got Sean Levy directing it, which he's directed Ryan twice that I can think of. Both great movies also. So I have high hopes for it. We got the GOAT, Hugh Jackman, coming back, and I mean, it's the introduction. It's gonna be like the first big introduction from like X-Men into MCU. I know there's been some stuff in the past, you know, with Miss Marvel, and then the post-credit scene for the Marvels, which if you haven't seen, I might have just kind of spoiled, but I didn't tell you what happened. Number 3, we're in the top 3 now, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And I honestly don't know a lot about this movie, other than Shadow's the villain, baby. We got Shadow the Hedgehog in this one, and I mean, the other 2 are great. I love them both. So I'm beyond excited. But other than Shadow being the villain, I don't know anything about this one. I think it's filming, so I'm guessing maybe most of this one might be CGI because I haven't seen any set photos like there was in the past 2 movies. So I don't even know if James Marsden's coming back. I don't think Jim Carrey's coming back. I think he's like retired now. So on to number 2 and number 1. This was real hard for me. This was really hard for me. I sat there for like 5 minutes just staring at my phone like, man, which one are you gonna put on what? Which one are you putting on top? And it pains me to say, but I put Spider-Man number 2, Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. And to be fair, I don't even think this is going to come out next year. If I'm being honest, I know the date is still on next year, but I don't think so. The reason why it's at number 2 is because I didn't like Across the Spider-Verse as much as I liked Into the Spider-Verse. I still loved Across the Spider-Verse. I mean, it's awesome. But there's just like a little bit of the magic missing this time for me. And I don't know what it is. I can't pinpoint it. But it's not part 1 syndrome, like other people say. Well, that one kind of sucked because it was only half the story. I didn't think that at all. I thought the cliffhanger was crazy awesome. And I was like, dude, they are so wild for dropping us off at this point. I'm still super hyped for it. It's just, there's one thing I'm a little bit more hyped for. And that is Kung Fu Panda 4. Kung Fu Panda is like one of the best franchises, I mean, the best trilogies. When it comes to animated movies, it's like gotta be top 3 animated trilogies of all time. All 3 of them are bangers. All 3 of them. And it's just something you grew up with. I mean, I feel like I was like 7 or 8 when the first one came out. And here I am, 24, and I'm about to get a 4th one. I remember when the 3rd one came out and reading that the director was like, yeah, we mapped this out over 6 movies. And then after Kung Fu Panda 3, nothing happened. I was like, oh man. And they made the Nickelodeon show, which actually I think took place after number 2. Netflix made the show, and it was like, is this canon or not? I still don't actually have the official answer on that. And then they announced, oh, Kung Fu Panda 4 is happening. It's like, what? I hope they don't mess this up. Anyways, the trailer came out. It looks great. It looks amazing. I cannot wait. Like, I fell in love immediately. And then the director came out like a couple days ago and was like, hey, guess what? Kung Fu Panda 4 might just jumpstart a whole new trilogy. That's like, yes, we're getting the 6 movies. So pull up to the theaters for Kung Fu Panda 4. Make sure we get all 6. Part of me kind of wishes they would have went with like what Puss in Boots did, but also like to me that would have been like inconsistent. It's like there's 3 movies like this, and then you just change it into this. I mean, if it was made to be its next own trilogy, maybe. But for me, for Puss in Boots, it kind of worked because I feel like no one gives a crap about the first Puss in Boots. I know I don't. The second one was such a redemption. It's like, yeah, I kind of forget about that one. Like, sweep it under the rug. This is like, and it's a sequel, but it doesn't have to be. I feel like for Kung Fu Panda 4, like, it has to be. You know what I mean? So, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Give me your top 10. Let me know if some of these are on yours. Just drop your whole top 10 list in the comment section below. I'd love to read those. And stay tuned for top 10 movies of the year, top 10 TV shows of the year, top 10 albums of the year. Man, we're about to go all in top 10. So, thank y'all for checking this video out. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.